There came a point where I was literally in my bed. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't breathe. A shortness of breath. And I was literally just sitting there talking to God. And I said, God, please take this pain away. Like, this was something that I really felt like I could not handle nor deal with. And I did not know what to do. I did not know what was next. I didn't even know if I was going to wake up the next morning. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J Talk. I'm your host, as always, Jalen Omega. And I just want to thank you guys for all the support with my previous J Talk and my previous J Talks before that. The amount of support and the amount of positivity and feedback that I get from you all does not go unnoticed and is so very well appreciated. As you can tell, for this month of June, I've been pretty ghost, not really putting out too much content. But this is not clickbait, this is not video bait, whatever you may call it. But I did test positive for coronavirus. Granted, that was 24 days ago now, so I tested negative, so I'm good now. Finally wanted to get in front of the camera. I mustered up the strength, I mustered up the mental capacity, just to give you a little bit of a breakdown and let you know that this thing is real. This was something that I really never encountered before in my life. For almost a week, I felt horrible. So that's why I've been ghost. I haven't had any energy, I haven't had any strength to be able to put out content. Here it is. Here's the reboot of J Talk. So for the first 2 days, I was waiting to get tested, but I already knew I had it because of how I was feeling. So the symptoms that I had, I never had a fever whatsoever. I had body aches for the first 5 days, and it was like body aches, like I couldn't get out of bed sometimes, and it was a struggle to walk from my bedroom to my kitchen. That was a huge one. Every time I got out of bed, I felt very disoriented. It was as if I was hungover on a major hangover without a headache or without the chills for a couple of days. Another thing that was really irking me symptom-wise was my eyes hurt so bad. It wasn't even like they were sore or puffy or anything. Think of it like you're looking straight and you're just moving your eyes around, like up, down, left, right. And just doing that, my eyes just were excruciating, were hurting for so many days. I still had an appetite, so I was still trying to eat as much as I could day in and day out, but I couldn't taste or smell anything. And if you know me, I am a huge foodie. I love food. That was one of the biggest symptoms that I was really upset about because I love food. And I was steadily tracking my days on my percentage and how I was feeling. So for the first 5 days, I was feeling at 10%. Like, I really didn't know what was to come for the next days. Like, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't breathe, shortness of breath. It was hard to breathe, and it always got worse at night. I don't know what it is about the nighttime, but everything just seems like it goes to crap at nighttime. The coronavirus is a real thing. I contracted it. I had to suffer through it for about 10 days, I would say. 10 days is when my symptoms really started to alleviate and kind of leave me, and I was able to kind of work my way up and get back into rhythm. But I'd say about a good 13 days is when I started to feel about 85% to 100% better. So after that 14th day, after that weekend, I was able to go back and get tested once again, where I tested negative. It is a real thing. Everyone who's skeptical about it, if you're treating this as one of those things as, oh, I don't have it, or I don't know anybody that personally has it, so how do I know this is real? Trust me, you don't want to have it, and if you do have it, you don't want to give it to somebody else. Follow CDC guidelines, social distance, quarantine yourself for at least 10 days, as it says. Stay hydrated. I have a 1 gallon jug that I take around. I was already using that before, but I was literally drinking that gallon of water every single day. I was taking vitamin C, I was taking elderberry vitamin gummies, I was taking all of these pills just to help put vitamins back into my body that I needed in order to get over this thing as quickly as possible. Stay hydrated, eat healthy, and you already can't taste or smell anything. So if you can't eat healthy for a couple of days when you can't taste or smell anything, then I don't have any more advice for you. Supposedly, asymptomatic people can't contract it and they can't pass it. I don't know how that works specifically, but my biggest advice to you is do your own research. Don't be a sheep. Don't rely on social media, Instagram, Twitter as your only sources of information and guidelines, because those things can tend to be fake news. Also, COVID-19 is a business. If you are in the medical field or you do research in the medical field or you know about it, businesses are getting paid to send information out about coronavirus. So there's been a lot of cases that if people have died with just coronavirus-like symptoms, then they're being marked as coronavirus deaths. But I don't think it's okay, but it's happening and they're getting paid thousands and thousands of dollars for doing this. So at the end of the day, anything that's ever going on in the world, a pandemic, epidemic, somebody is always profiting. So take that information as you will. Like I said, do your own research. But this is a business, because as you see that the coronavirus cases are increasing with more testing sites and tests being available, yes, the cases are rising. But if you really do your research, you will see that the death toll for this is really, really low. Do your own research. Like I said, if you have this thing, you need to treat it and take it seriously. And let's be considerate. If you do have it, you know you have it, or you may think you have it and you haven't gotten tested yet, take the precautionaries. Social distance, quarantine, because you don't want to give it to someone who has a compromised immune system. You don't want to give it to someone who has other underlying health conditions, because just because we are younger and we will survive this, not everybody is like us. Not everybody is on the same boat as us. So don't be a sheep. Do your own research. Coronavirus is real and it does hurt for weeks. It does take a toll on you for weeks. So if you have it, do the right thing. Wear a mask, social distance, quarantine yourself, and get back to good health and nourishment. Be safe out there, everybody. Stay blessed. I love every single one of you, and I'm thankful for every single one of you. I have a lot of content coming soon, and I cannot wait to show you all and get it out to you and continue to take J Talks to the next level. I'm so excited for this journey. I'm so excited for what's next to come. I love you. Stay blessed. See you soon. Peace.